In today's video, it's going to be all about farmhouse decor using Dollar Tree products. This first DIY, I started off with the Dollar Tree farmhouse animals and I couldn't believe they had it. I was so excited, and then I'm going to be using Dollar Tree canvases. I pulled the canvas part off, so I'm going to use the frame, and I'm going to be using Hobby Lobby burlap, and also going to be using the Waverly white chalk paint. I'm showing you that I filled the holes that the little pieces had with the caulk from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to start painting with the white chalk paint first. Because it's metal type of material, I'm just going to dab the paint on. Next, I'm going to be painting the frames with this burnt umber mixed with a little bit of water. Now the pieces are dry, I'm going to take this territorial beige with this chalkboard black paint, mix them together, and start adding some color to the pieces on the edges inside, trying to give it that rustic farmhouse look. Now I need a backing for the frame, so I'm going to take this cardboard that I got from Dollar Tree calendars, and I'm going to place the frame on top and trace it. Next, I'll be placing down the burlap on top of the cardboard. I'm getting an idea where I need to cut it. Once it's cut, I will place it down with some hot glue. Now I need to place the frame over the top, and I'm going to cut the frail ends that are hanging over, and then I'm going to take my staple gun and staple everything together. I'm going to start placing down the little farm pieces inside, and I'm just going to place it down with some hot glue. Now I wanted to make one piece a little bit different, so I'm going to take this, it's like a matted canvas type of material that I got from Joann's Fabric. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place the cardboard on top, trace it, and cut it out. Now I'm going to hot glue it down to the cardboard, and then I'm going to staple the frame to it. Because the chicken's a little bit bigger than the pig and the cow, I decided to use this as the middle piece and use it with a different background. So now I need to attach them together, so I'm just going to attach it with some glue, hot glue gun, or my hot glue gun I should say. I mean, if you want stronger reinforcement, you can use E6000 or super glue or anything like that, but for right now I'm just going to be using the hot glue. So I need something to hang this, so I'm going to take this nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and I just kind of like took it apart and knotted the ends, and just going to glue it to the back. To secure it tightly, I'm just going to add a little piece of ribbon and just glue it over the rope area. Next, I'll be using Dollar Tree ribbon to create two little pretty bows, and I'm just going to hot glue it right to the top. I think this came out so amazing, so farmhouse, and so cute. To reinforce this, I decided to use a paint stick. I'm just going to hot glue it to the back. So I created some decals with my Cricut, and I'm just going to place them down on each of the farm animals. The first one's going to be Milk, and obviously it's going to go on the cow. And the next one's Eggs for the chicken. You got a whole breakfast here. You got milk, eggs, and bacon. Yum. Last but not least is the bacon. Yum, everybody loves bacon. Well, I'm assuming everybody loves bacon. I think this came out so farmhouse, so cute. You guys gotta let me know in the comments below if you like it. In this DIY, I'm going to be taking this Dollar Tree little wood plaque that I got in fall and some Hobby Lobby stickers. I do show some Dollar Tree stickers, though I don't end up using it. I'm going to be using the white Waverly chalk paint. So I'm going to be painting this, so I'm going to have to take everything off. So I'm removing the string and I'm going to remove the metal piece that's on top. So I tried to get it off with just using my finger, and that didn't work. So I'm going to try with the putty knife and make sure I don't break it because it's very flimsy. So I'm going to be using the back, and I'm just going to apply 2 coats of the Waverly white chalk paint. I'm going to be using black chalkboard paint from Dollar Tree to paint the little metal piece. So I decided I wanted the outside frame to be black, so I'm going to use the Dollar Tree black chalkboard paint. So to place down the little metal piece, I'm just going to place it down with some hot glue. Next, I'll be placing down some of the Hobby Lobby little stickers. Right now I'm going to take off the farmhouse, place that in front. Now I'm going to place down the word market. These little Hobby Lobby stickers are so cute. I got these last year. I just never really used them. I had a lot of options to pick from. So I decided to go with the little truck. I thought this truck was really cool. It looked very farmhouse looking, and I don't know, it just looked really nice with the black outline and the black metal piece at the top. It just looks really cute. So the farmhouse sticker was just a tad bit too long, so I'm just trimming it. So this is how it came out. I think it came out adorable. And I thought I shut the camera off, and I didn't. So when I came back, when I thought I was turning it on, I was actually turning it off. I actually wrapped some twine around it. Unfortunately, you're not going to see it until the end, but this is how it came out. Alright, for this DIY, I took the Dollar Tree tag from Christmas time. I bought these stencils from Hobby Lobby last year, just never did nothing with them. So I thought, well, not use them for this particular DIY. I took the tag off, and I'm just going to paint it with the Dollar Tree black chalkboard paint. So now I'm going to cut open the stencil that I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's called Farmer's Market, I believe it's called, and I don't know how it's going to work. I never used it before, so we'll see. So I'm just going to place it down. I'm going to use white Waverly chalk paint. So to hold it in place, I'm just going to place down some painter's tape. So I'm going to use Dollar Tree little dauber sponge because I don't want it to smear underneath. So I'm just going to apply a very light coat. So you can see that it actually lifts up, and I was afraid the paint was going to get underneath. These kind of stencils are kind of hard to work with because, as you can see, I'm going up and down motion, very little paint on it, and it's pretty much lifting up. So we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so I'm going to remove the tape and see how it turned out. It actually came out pretty nice. So it came out really nice, I think, but I wanted to sand it down just a bit. Alright, so I'm going to be using these Hobby Lobby beads, and I'm going to string it through some jute twine. I'm going to wrap it around this ribbon that I made. The ribbon came from, I want to say Hobby Lobby. It could be Dollar Tree, I don't remember. So I'm just going to wrap it around and let it hang, and I think it looks cute that way. And then I'll hot glue it to the top. So I try to ducktail the ends. For some reason, this type of ribbon, it did not work. It was like, what is going on? But anyhow, I just made pointers at the end because the ducktail wasn't working. So this is how it turned out. Now I want to hang it, so I'm just going to use some jute twine for the back and hot glue it. And that is it. This came out really super cute. Okay, in this DIY, I took this Dollar Tree little barn plaque, and I'm going to be using the white Waverly chalk paint and the Dollar Tree fabric material. It's all like farmhouse style. I think it's so cute. So I'm going to try to remove the piece from the top because it's going to make putting the fabric on much easier. But unfortunately, it was glued so tight that it did crack. I did end up fixing it. I just added another piece, like a piece of popsicle stick, and just matched it and glued it. And you can't see it. I'm going to start off by using the white Waverly chalk paint. I'm going to paint 2 coats on the edges, and I even paint the little trim. So I'm going to place the fabric over the top of the barn to get an idea of how big of a square I have to cut out, because I'm going to cut a square first and then I'll be applying the Mod Podge. Now I'm going to place down a generous amount of the Mod Podge on the barn, and then I'm going to place Mod Podge over the top of the fabric once I'm done. I'm pressing down the fabric onto the Mod Podge to make sure it adheres properly, trying to get an outline of where the trim is at the top because I don't want that covered. So now I'm placing the Mod Podge right over the top of the fabric. So I'm trimming off the excess on the edges, just get an idea where that little piece goes at the top, trying to clear out the material with my scissors. Now I'm going to be using the hot glue gun to place down the trim to the top piece, and you'll see that I actually place a little piece that I made, but it blends fine. Alright, so I wanted to make like a little wreath, a little circle wreath to go on top, and I was going to wrap it with that little ribbon. And unfortunately I didn't have anything that looked like a little wreath, and I was trying to make one with this piece of flower or piece of greenery. Actually it wasn't working, but you'll see I placed it anyways. But at the end you'll see I changed everything and it looks so much better. And this is how it turned out once I changed it. In this DIY, there's going to be 3 individual DIYs combined together. I'm going to use Dollar Tree calendars and a Dollar Tree canvas. This is all farm animals, and these come out amazing. You would not believe the products were from Dollar Tree. So the first one I'm going to start with is this Dollar Tree canvas. I actually took it off the canvas, and I'm just going to use the frame and the canvas part that I cut. I'm going to use a cardboard piece that I took off from a Dollar Tree frame, and I'm just going to trace it, cut it, and then hot glue the canvas to the back of it. So the paint I'm going to use on the frame is burnt umber, and I'm just going to apply 1 coat. Next, to place down the canvas on the cardboard, I'm just going to hot glue it down. Now I'm just going to hot glue the canvas to the frame. How it came out, it looks very high end. So the next one I'm going to be working on is from this Dollar Tree calendar called God Bless This Farm. It has really cute animals inside this calendar, and I will briefly show you a couple of the images inside. So I'm showing you which one I'm going to be using. I decided to go with the cows. I thought they would fit into this decor that I'm doing for this video. I'm also going to be using this Dollar Tree flat canvas. It's 11 by 14. I'm also going to use a 11 by 14 black Dollar Tree frame. This is how you can make high-end farmhouse decor for your walls. So I'm just trimming the image because it has that little circle at the top. I will be placing this down with a glue stick. I will be using this Dollar Tree 11 by 14 frame. I took the backing out, so I'm just going to place the canvas right in the back, close the clips off, and this comes out so amazing. And look how it came out. It came out so beautiful. Looks like something you buy like at one of the high-end stores. So this next one I'm going to be using the Dollar Tree calendar. It's all about horses. It's a really nice calendar if you're into horses, and I'm just going to show you briefly what the horses look like inside. They're very pretty. If you're into, farmhouse animals, it's definitely a really great calendar to have. And basically I'm going to do the same step as I done with the other one, and I don't want to bore you with this, but I just wanted to show you what the calendar looked like inside. And now I'm going to show you how everything looks and how everything came out. So this is the horse I decided to use. I'm going to do the same process, place that on the canvas, place it inside the frame, and now I'm going to reveal how everything turned out after I show you the horse picture. this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Until next time, guys, I will see you. Bye bye.